Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome back to a brand new video going over the potential games that we will be seeing in the future. We have a new Reddit post here, a new rumor, so of course, take it with a grain of salt. No idea if it's true or false, but they're always fun to take a look at, especially when it's about Dynamax remakes, because it's kind of what everybody wants right now. I will link this in the description down below if you guys do want to check it out yourself. But yeah, it looks like a pretty cool rumor today, so I definitely want to be covering it. So if you're excited for today's video, drop a like down below. Make sure to drop a comment as well. What do you want the next Pokemon games to be? Would you like it to be a Sword and Shield 2 or Dynamax remakes? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And subscribe as well if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this here channel. With all of that out of the way though, guys, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, it says Dynamax Remakes leak. It was posted by Totally Real Leaks 2 months ago. In fact, you guys sent it to me a couple times, but I was kind of just, you know, more occupied with different Sword and Shield stuff. But now the Sword and Shield's kind of dying down a bit. It's cool to take a look at rumors and stuff again. But yes, Dynamax Remakes leak says, during the hype of the new games over these past months, I've managed to get my hands on some information about the upcoming games after Sword and Shield, that being the Gen 4 remakes. Too many leaks are currently flooding 4chan right now, and so I'm on Reddit posting this as it is less crowded. That being said, here is the information that I was able to find out about the new games. So strap in your seatbelts, it's going to be a bumpy ride. So it says Dynamax and Gigantamax will not be returning in the remakes. It is a phenomena that is unique to Galar. Z-moves will also not be returning for the same reason, which I can definitely see. I mean, let's be honest, they did say in Z-moves that they did say in Sun and Moon that Z-moves were kind of unique to those games, and then I think they have said somewhere that Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing is just unique to Galar, so I'm not super surprised about that. Obviously, Mega Evolution isn't just unique to the Gen 6 games, because we obviously saw them in X and Y, and then we saw them in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and then we saw them again in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So Mega Evolutions clearly can be in other games, which is why Mega Evolutions will most likely make a return in the Diamond and Pearl remakes, because we can't really see there being Dynamaxing, Gigantamaxing, and Z-moves all in the Diamond and Pearl remake. So whether this is true or not, it probably isn't, because most, you know, leaks and stuff aren't. But I could definitely still see there being Mega Evolutions in the Diamond and Pearl remakes if they are the next games that are coming out. It says Mega Evolution will return, but now works in a similar way as Dynamax, with only 3 turns of being active. Now, I don't believe this for a second. I don't know why they would change Mega Evolution after all this time. I mean, Game Freak are about, you know, mixing it up and changing it up and stuff, but I don't know, Mega Evolution after 3 turns, I mean, yeah, it's very, very similar to Dynamax, but why would they just randomly change it now? It would change everything, really. So I can't really see that being a thing. Again, this is just a rumor, it's probably false. It's just very interesting to take a look at. But yeah, the fact that they're saying that Mega Evolution will return, which again, it most likely will in Diamond and Pearl remakes, but it now works in a similar way as Dynamax, with only 3 turns of it being active. I don't believe that for a second. It just makes no sense for them to kind of take a step back with Mega Evolution. With the Gen 4 remix, they'll probably make new Mega Evolution Pokemon. They might give them to the starters. They might give them to, I don't know, Pokemon like Luxray and stuff like that. So that only being 3 turns active, I can't see that being true. And then it says Torterra, Infernape, and Empoleon all get Mega forms. Torterra looks like an Ankylosaurus with a mountain rage on his back. Sounds really, really cool. Then it says Infernape gains a golden crown and armor with white face paint. And then it says Empoleon's flippers turn into a sword and a shield. It also gets a cape. So Gen 4 Mega Evolutions, I think, are kind of a given if Down and Pearl remakes are on the way. I mean, we got the Auraz Mega Evolutions of Sceptile, Swampert, and Blaziken. We got all those Mega Evolutions when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire dropped. Obviously, we already got the Gen 1 starter evolutions. Kind of throwing some shade on Gen 2 there. Typhlosion, Meganium, and Feraligatr not getting the love. But who knows, maybe just as we did in Gen 6 where we got the Mega Evolutions for the Kanto, maybe in Gen 4 remakes we might get some Mega Evolutions for the Gen 2 Pokemon. But yeah, I mean, with Gen 4 remakes, if they did bring back Mega Evolutions, which they most likely are, I could definitely see the starters getting them. It just makes sense. I don't see why they would change that. It worked really well for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so why wouldn't they just do that again? And then it says Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, and Arceus will be getting new forms. So again, that's just, I feel like this person's kind of put more of a wish list than what is actually going to happen. They've kind of put in stuff that just are most likely going to happen, like the Mega Evolution returning, Z-moves and Gigantamaxing not being in the games, Torterra, Infernape, and Empoleon getting Mega Evolutions, and then Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, and Arceus getting new forms. Again, it sounds more like a wish list, but it kind of just also sounds like things that are just most likely going to happen as well. They've definitely taken a look at Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and just kind of recreated that, but with the Diamond and Pearl remakes. Because let's be honest, if Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon, and the Mega Rayquaza are going to be a thing in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they're most likely going to do that with the Gen 4 legendaries. I mean, we already have a Primal Dialga in the Mystery Dungeon games, so it's not like completely out of the blue. So they could definitely just throw that into Diamond and Pearl remakes. I don't see why they wouldn't. It's just most likely something that would happen if Diamond and Pearl remakes are on the way. But again, I don't believe that this is true. But at the same time, a lot of the stuff that this person's put down is most likely going to happen just because it is kind of the obvious. He's basically just stated the obvious in a wish list kind of thing. And then it says the underground tunnels will make a return, but can't be accessed while your Switch is docked. You'll be able to find... Why? That makes no sense. Why would you not be able to go into the underground if your Switch is docked? Like, that makes zero sense. Maybe you have to... I don't know. That makes no sense. That really makes no sense. Maybe you just have to do something with the, you know, like in World Let's Go where you move it around to catch things. Maybe it's something to do with that, but that doesn't really make sense to me. That would kind of kill the underground because you can't stream the Switch if it's not in the dock. So that means that just nobody would be able to stream and record them in the underground, which would suck. So I don't think that's going to be a thing. It then says you will be able to find many different types of fossils other than just the Cranidos and Sheldon fossils, but we'll split into 2 version exclusives. Dude, I love the underground. The underground was one of my favorite things about Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl. It was just the whole secret base things, the fossils, the digging up everything. It was such a cool addition to Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl, and if it's not in the remakes, I'm going to be very, very sad. A lot of people think that they're going to make like a wild area in the remakes and maybe do the underground as the wild area, or Mount Coronet because that's like the biggest place in Diamond and Pearl, or even like the Great Marsh or something. But people do think there is going to be some sort of wild area aspect to Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl in the remakes, which I can definitely see happening. But yeah, this definitely kind of just makes it definitely not true, saying that the Switch can't access the underground tunnels when it's docked. That just makes zero sense because you just cannot record it or anything or stream it if, you know, if the Switch is not in the dock. So yeah, I don't know why that would be a thing. Then it says 360 degrees camera is usable all the time now except for inside buildings. Yeah, I think the 360 camera, they kind of tested that in the wild area. Very, very good response. I think it's a really, really good feature. So I definitely want to see that in just being able to be used like throughout the whole game. It's really weird going into the wild area, moving the camera around and stuff, and then leaving the wild area because then it's just like kind of like I keep forgetting that I can't rotate the camera and stuff, and it is a bit unfortunate. But that's pretty much everything for this rumor. Some people, their replies here would be awesome, but looks bait to me. Big doubt. This just sounds like a list of things that you would want to happen. I mean, they said that it's literally what mostly everyone in here would say they want for Gen 4 Remake, so it doesn't really give you Elite much credibility. Mild doubt, edit, I actually read the whole thing and I take that back, it's now high doubt. It doesn't make sense to get rid of Mega Evolutions only to give it back, and this leak seems more like a prediction to me. It seems fairly like the Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina would get a new form anyway, as with the case of Auras with the box legendaries and Rayquaza. But hell, if Primal Dialga is counted in mainline, then I'll stop complaining about Sword and Shield so far. It kind of does though. I mean, why would it make sense to have one-off game with Megas and remove it after? Megas are gone because having both Dynamax and Megas would be too much. Dynamax is obviously a Galar thing, so Remakes wouldn't have it. Not saying this leak is real, but I do expect the next game to have Megas. I don't know about new Megas, but it'll have to have Megas, and the Legendaries are going to get some new flair. Yeah, so basically people are just kind of saying what I said, really. The fact that this is just basically the most obvious things that are going to happen. Like, the Legendaries are going to get new forms. The starters are probably going to get Mega Evolutions. And Dynamaxing and Z-moves aren't going to be in the game because it just doesn't really make sense. They are unique to their own regions, so it wouldn't make sense for those to be in the games. But we already know that Mega Evolutions can be in multiple games because we've already had them in multiple games. So yeah, all in all, I think this is fake. I think it's more just like a wish list, and this person basically just taking a look at the most obvious things that could happen in the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake. So yeah, I mean, like I say, it's fake, but these things could happen. Not that this rumor is real in any shape or form. It's just like, I mean, I could just write up stuff that's most likely going to happen. I would include a lot of this because it is most likely all going to happen. So either way, I'm very, very excited for the Diamond and Pearl remakes. I think they're going to be really, really good games. I do think they're going to be coming next year. So yeah, very, very much looking forward to it. They're probably going to get announced in like March or May or something like that. That's what usually happens. So either way, very, very excited for the next games, and I know a lot of people are as well. A lot of people haven't played Diamond and Pearl, so their first experience through Sinnoh being on the Switch is going to be like crazy. So if you haven't played Diamond and Pearl yet, and they do get announced, I think you should just have your first experience playing them on the Switch, because I think it's going to really do the games justice, but that's just my personal opinion. That's everything from me though, guys. So if you did enjoy the video, please do drop a like down below. Merry Christmas as well. It is Christmas. I'm not feeling great today. It's not fantastic, you know. It's a bit of a sucky Christmas for me. But subscribe if you're brand new, drop a like, leave a comment, all of that good stuff. That's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.